Before we begin, I just want to make sure, did you start this down?
Yes, it is.
I just want to make sure, can everybody see our whiteboard? Glenn, can you see the whiteboard?
Pretty clearly.
Okay, good, because one of the things I found when working with Dieter is before I had any idea what he was going to share, we had to have a conversation exact to the dimensions of the whiteboard that was necessary.
It's old school today.
Yeah, it's really old school. And you'll recognize this technology is similar to what the president used in the State of the Union address with all these clamps and stuff. But we made it. Oh, thank you. No, this will be very, that's very helpful to you.
Okay,
We're ready, right?
I'm good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you.
Okay.
Suffering, defined as the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. The adjective is troubled by pain or loss, very unhappy.
One minute. Oh, it can, please.
Suffering, the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. Troubled by pain or loss, very unhappy.
I'm thinking you and me. It's suffering, yes? Years ago or today, yes?
Mystery, something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain.
Again, please.
Mystery,
Mystery.
the mystery of something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain.
Why? 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 It's suffering, it's mystery. Why? I am thinking me. Okay.
So one aspect of it is the law, the system of rules that a particular community, perhaps your family, recognizes as regulating the actions of its members and may enforce by the imposition of penalties. Let me read that again. The law, the system of rules that a particular community, or perhaps your family, recognizes as regulating the actions of its members, and it may be enforced by the imposition of penalties.
Okay. Going to the that.
2 Corinthians 3:7 states it this way: the law was written in letters on stone. Even though it was a way of serving God, it led to death. But even that way of serving God came with glory. And even though the glory was fading, the people of Israel couldn't look at Moses' face very long.
It's law, God's law.
So an aspect of it is that God's law would be the Ten Commandments. Love and serve God and people. Put God first. Worship God only. Use God's name with respect. Remember God's Sabbath. Respect your parents. Do not hurt other people. Be faithful in marriage. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not be envious of others.
It's
God's law.
yeah, it's it's God's is love God and serve people. But I'm thinking it's okay, that too. It's my, what's that word?
Family.
Family's law too. Okay. My story, my father and mother, it's German. My father and mother, German. My mother and father years ago to my children, my father and mother children, going to the war. And yes, and going to hiding and everything, and my German going to go that immigrant to the States, and it's poor and everything, but my father's law to me, it's proud and successful and special and shame. Everything my law to me too. Okay? It's God and law. It's family to me. It's my story. Now, why? It's
say anything about this?
yeah. Okay. It's
You want to say anything about this before you switch to your?
yeah. 1 minute. Okay. It's what's that word?
Performing.
Performing and successful.
That was the priority.
Yes. Going to, it's law, God law, and family law. It's what's that word? Performing and successful. Years ago, I am what's that word? What's that word?
Conversion.
And that.
At 11.
Yes.
Age 11, you became a Christian.
Yes, but my father and mother not going to church. Love.
Not Christian.
Yes, but it's me. It's me. It's my story. I go to God and my father. I am going to performing and successful. Okay. Years ago, what's that word?
5th grade.
5th grade. Peggy Shelton. I love Peggy. It's secret love, but not talking. I am thinking I am, what's the word? Performing. I'm thinking successful, but I am following Peggy and go back. Peggy going to go home, and I am going to follow Peggy. Peggy go to rock and
throws a Jew.
My lip. I go home. My mother goes, Dieter, what's up? You talk with people going to Peggy's mom, and Peggy goes, sorry, Dieter. What's that word again?
An early version of suffering. A state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. Troubled by pain or loss. Very unhappy.
It's hard. It's my love Peggy, but now it's scarred.
Even now.
Yes,
Yeah.
years ago. It's hard. But God talking with me, Dieter, he goes, Dieter and me, he goes, I love you, Dieter. I go, well, I love Pam, or Peggy, but God loves me. I go, I'm thinking, I'm surrendering to God. Surrendering God, my heart to God. But it's not for enough. It's that word. It's
Not surrender.
yeah. It's that. Yes.
Yes, semi-surrender.
It's funny. It's I go to law, God law, and my father's law. It's not surrendering. What's that word again?
Semi.
Yes. Okay? But I am thinking, I am working and I'm going to, well, years ago, I am thinking I am, what's that word?
Gifted.
Gifted years ago.
Talented.
Yes. And music and
Leader.
and witty. In soccer and blah 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 blah. I love praise. What
You love to be praised.
praise?
Important.
Yes. Power.
Esteemed. You're powerful. You're special. You're in control. You're famous.
Yeah.
You're fantastic. You're amazing. You're sexy.
It's what's that word? It's
My law.
law. Yeah.
Dieter's law.
Yes. I'm thinking I am God, my Father, and me. It's what's that word? It's that mixture. What I do. Yes? I don't know future years ago, but I'm thinking, I go, what I'm thinking, I'm having performing, it's God, Father, my mother, myself, going, and it's successful.